Okay, hey everyone. So, what I want to talk about today is positional breathing. I believe that that is the first class that the human body and the human mind need to begin to attempt to master. It's the most foundational element of being you without doing anything else. The positions that you form yourself into and the coordination of them into patterns of changing the air pressure via the unique muscular contractions and the expiration and inspiration of the entity and the structures that are coordinating them into a certain timbre, a certain frequency that corresponds to the programming and the decoding in the other minds that are in the environment that is being affected by those words. And you can see it in the movements. That's why we celebrate basketball players and gymnasts, because they're the ones who are showing with their actions that their internal essence is aligned. That's why debate is something that I believe we should all experience. That's why I think playing the guitar is something that everyone should experience. These positions, without a uThrone, without a guitar, without a football, without a book, without a torch, at some point you gotta let it go. All day long we're holding things, we're grabbing, and then we're in cozy, ergonomically designed contexts that promote ultimate relaxation, ultimate focus, ultimate effort. How much of you can work to produce new groups of words? How many words can you decode per hour? We know how fast we can drive. We've got a gauge for that. How many molecules of diesel exhaust are you inhaling when you smell diesel? We don't have a gauge for that. See, our vision and our movement and the physics of the force on our innermost core muscles, those are the muscles that make us move like robots, that make us move rectilinearly. We need both. And then we need the slow motion transition into them, into each of these extremes: extreme rigidity and extreme curving conformity. You see? Who says you can't salute from up here? That's how I pledge allegiance to you, to every flag, to everything that's ever occurred, every life that's been lived, every life to be lived. That's my focus. That's my intention. With every breath that I breathe, with every act that I create, with everything that everyone else in my midst does. I pledge my life. I pledge my allegiance to that. That to me is worshiping life. That to me is worshiping the laws of the universe, because they make it possible. They are these gauges that we've discovered. There are things that we can do to change our thinking that don't just help the programs that are promotive of urban farming, of a new competitive domain of postural speech, some form of competition that incorporates and celebrates the ability demonstrated of the student or the individual's capacity for going between these extremes. And creating TED Talk like presentations of a perspective. That's such a great thing to burp. It's going to come out of us one way or the other. There are these invisible forces. Gravity is invisible. The air is invisible. But there are also these invisible dimensions and these points of alignment. So obviously the center line is the nose. Split the nose down the middle. The next prime meridian is the eye. Go one further, and it's this point at the edge of the eye socket. You'll find it. You'll find it. You have one. And you can put any finger on that spot. You'll feel this other kind of convex depression here. We call it the temple, right? For anyone who doesn't know. And you can form the curvature of your fingers to meet that while you're still along the center line. There's stability and there's alignment by following these meridians. And there are finger relationships that conform to the existing curves of that part of the body, the existing depressions, the valleys, the peaks, the muscular attachments, the way that the DNA has been sculpted over that life. Because we're doing that constantly. That's something that you only get more and more and more and more experience doing and modifying. Because fundamentally it's about gravity. from now until the days that we breathe our last breaths. It's about the force of gravity and forming more perfect unions to it, some of which we're fighting. Gravity wants us to fight it. It wouldn't make us stronger if it didn't. Ah. But it also likes to dance with us. And it's a really nice dance partner. There's a lot of ways that you can dance with gravity. You might be dancing with a partner and not realize that you're dancing with gravity, but you are. You're dancing with that partner who's dancing with gravity. So there, you're forging two relationships with gravity, and you're making them appear as one. That's hard to do, and that's why we give gold medals for those who can do it really, really, really well. Those who are the best in the world at that. How do they get there? By putting their lives into it. By devoting their lives to it. And then to teaching others to devote their lives to it. Oh. So then the shoulders become a meridian. The hips become meridians, as well as planal points of distance that are complementary. Angie, stop that. Stop that. You see it was just messing with you? This ferocious feline. Okay, sorry about that. So, this process of recognizing the variations of ways in which, and stop it. Just get down. I'm really sorry about that, is critical for uncovering and synthesizing and incorporating these muscular commands. You have to command yourself to go against gravity. You have to command your commitment to gravity. You have to direct that. Let it all go. When your arms are here, all of these lift muscles are active. And based on your angular tilt, you can put some of the force here on your sternum. Some of you are already breathing like that. Some of you already have that shape. I don't. Why? Because I neglected that element of posture for so long. Breathe completely and then speak completely too. Let it all come out. That changes the